Hi, my name is Marion Maloney and my guide dog is here at my feet, Leon, but he's having a little snooze at the moment. And just to give a little bit of background about myself, I've been involved here in Galway City in the community sector for quite a long time. I get a fright when I think it's actually 22 years now since I first started getting involved in the wider disability sector and the community sector. And I've been a social inclusion rep on our local community development committee and will be still involved in our local PPN. I'm a member of the Secretariat and a community rep on the Galway City and County Childcare Committee. I love educating people on all of the, I suppose, exclusion that's out there, and who better to talk about exclusion, only somebody that has experienced exclusion in my own life because of my own vision impairment. So I heard about SHESchool from a community development worker in Galway City Partnership, and she knew that I may be interested in it. So picked up the phone and rang Michelle Maher one day, and here I am now, how many months later, whatever. I really enjoyed the introduction to politics that we did, and now SHESchool have the handbook launched, and we're now in the process of doing workshops to coincide with our handbook. So I'm not alone this time around. I haven't fully decided about 2024 yet. There's a lot of hard work involved, but I know with the support of See Her Elected behind me, that I will have the courage, I think, to go, because I do believe that the community sector need to be represented at the local authority level. And not alone that, I think that women, we need more women at the table. We need the women where the decisions are being made. My slogan, if I go ahead in 2024, will remain the same, because my slogan is your vision and my voice. I haven't been blessed with good eyesight, but I have been blessed, I've been told, with a good speaking voice. And I will be the voice of the community in Knocknacarra in Galway City West if they support me and vote for me in 2024.
Well, my name is Rosanne Dunn. I'm originally from Galway City, but I'm currently living out here in lovely west of Ireland in Spittle. I got involved in SHESchool. I suppose I've always been interested in politics. I've also worked a long time in kind of male-dominated industries in the tech industry, and I saw a piece in a newspaper about SHESchool, and I thought it was really interesting. I really liked the idea of trying to get more women involved in politics, so I thought I'll give this a go, I'll sign up. Took a bit of a chance, you don't know what you're getting into, and I really am enjoying the experience. Well, I think it's important that there are more women in politics, because I suppose basically they are 50% of the population, and if you start looking at the numbers, it's quite shocking, especially in local government, the lack of representation. And also, as someone in my late 30s, I'm not seeing people that look like me in local government, worried about the same things as I am. Obviously the housing crisis currently tends to be people older, more middle class, more male, more white, and I just think, especially coming from Galway City, we need more diversity. It is a very diverse city. What I've learned from SHESchool, I suppose basically just on a kind of citizen level, is how local government works. I found that really, really useful. And it's also showed me a way into making change and empowering me to kind of the different avenues, whether it's through the PPNs or even just engaging my local councillors and understanding their role a lot. And then also it's just meeting other women and helping support other women who kind of have the same values as I do in terms of democracy and citizen involvement, and just being there for each other has just been a really great experience overall. Yeah, so following on from SHESchool, I suppose I'm very interested in the behind the scenes, the campaign manager roles. And I suppose I've been discussing with people in Galway and certain candidates that maybe we'll set up a network specifically for our county. A lot of women obviously have other caring needs. Unfortunately, there's still kind of genderised roles there, so a lot of women can't spend a lot of time helping on campaigns, but we think that there is the appetite out there for women to help each other. So even if it's small tasks, once-off tasks and different campaigns along the county, or even just to be a sounding board for each other. So I'm hoping to get involved in something like that, and even just be a more involved citizen really in my local area, I think would be great. Also, I think women are they're very active in their communities anyway, so they do spend a lot of time building networks, looking after each other, actually being the citizens we all want to see, and they don't have the time to actually go and actually formalise that and go and run in politics. So there's a few different barriers there, and I'm hoping that more people getting involved in SHESchool will show that it is possible, especially if we all work together.
My name's Megan Flynn-Dixon and I'm from New Zealand. I live here in Crockwell with my Irish husband and my family, and I've always had an interest in local politics. I'm a member of the PPN and I sit on a committee there. When I first got exposed to Galway County Council, I was really surprised at how male and kind of the lack of diversity. So I really sought out some opportunities to become more engaged, and SHESchool was how I found that. So SHESchool's been really helpful for me to understand how local politics works here in Ireland, and given me lots of confidence to participate. So the first course that I did with SHESchool and Michelle Maher there was the introduction to politics, and that was fabulous. Being able to learn about transfers and the structure, translate some of these Irish words for me, and give me a bit of confidence. It's been really wonderful, and I've gone on to do almost every course that SHESchool has offered, because I find Michelle just so fabulous. She's so responsive, and I feel very strongly that we need to shake things up and bring in some new ideas. If we have the same set of people from the same communities making decisions about our future, we're going to come up against the same problems time and time again. But if we can bring in a female voice, if we can bring in a diverse voice, if we can bring in a voice of people with mixed abilities, then we're going to get some new ideas, and then we're going to have some different ways to solve the old problems. And I think that's going to be critical to taking things forward. My key learning has been that it's so hard to get people to cross that line and say, I will stand as a candidate, that I felt like, wow, if nobody else is doing it, I might have to. So I have taken the decision to join the Green Party, and I was lucky enough that there was not a representative already for the Green Party in this local area. So I've been nominated by my party at the latest AGM. It doesn't mean that I'm definitely the candidate. Someone else could come along, but if nobody else does, then I'd like to be that candidate. And I'm really looking forward to using my networks already that I have, from community work and what have you, to kind of spreading the green message.